Well, guys, we're in the endgame now. Ladies and gentlemen, as Adam Pierce would say, it's official. But MLPG5 is coming to an end. Unfortunately, we will not be getting Make Your Mark Chapter 7. And Tell Your Tale will be ending in 2 weeks, meaning there's only 2 episodes left of the show. And I can only say I'm fucking flabbergasted at Hasbro Studios. So, I mean, the series was off to a great start. When they began Tell Your Tale and Make Your Mark in 2022, they were telling a story. But ever since they fired Gil Barrow from the Hasbro Studios and laid a lot of people off from the Netflix Corporation who've been working on the show, and with a lot of distant haters and, you know, G4 stands, I can honestly say that this whole generation has went downhill super fast. It's actually fucking disappointing. Excuse my French. But I'm actually pretty pissed off about the whole end of MLPG5. Like, this is just hard to sink in, but this is the terriblest news I've received in my life. You know, when I started watching MLPG5, I was like, this series has potential to go on. And it did. For like 3 years. This just sickens me. I'm hearing this news right now that G5 is ending. And that's not even the worst part. G6 is basically just going to be a crossover combination of the 4th and 5th generations in the worst way possible. So G6 is already going to be bullshit from the start. So, I'm not going to tune into that at all. The way that Hasbro ruined G5 at this point is just downright abysmal. And later on this week, I'm going to catch up with all the episodes of Tell Your Tale. I left off on the episode where they were recapping the events of Misty Brightdawn getting her cutie mark and saving her friends from Opaline for the first time. Forgot what that episode was called, but I'm going to start from there. Other than that, the fact that they're ending MLPG5, especially Make Your Mark, on a cliffhanger, is just sad. And the fact that they're going to end the series with a proper ending probably on Tell Your Tale, depending on how good the writing is, I mean, we'll just see. We'll just see what happens from here. I don't know if this is either going to be a good thing or a bad thing when it all comes to an end, but the fact that MLPG5 is going to end in mid-October, and, you know, the whole thing is, the continuation is just going to be a crossover of both the 4th and 5th generation from now on in G6. It's just terrible. I mean, why? Gil Barrow made a story, and you took that away from him by firing him. The staff at Hasbro literally fired the greatest director of all time for a great series. It had a great story to tell. The latest chapter, its 6th chapter, was probably the best chapter I've ever seen. Seeing Spike all grown up, all those dragons, you know? The defeat of Opaline, the demise of Opaline. Not even that. But the 6th chapter holds a special place in my heart because 2 days later would be Survivor Series War Games and CM Punk and Randy Orton would come back. So literally that was like the best Thanksgiving weekend of my life. Thanksgiving 2023, never gonna forget that, but still. The 6th generation was awesome. But, yeah, according to YouTube uploads, the entire 6th chapter is now in the public domain. And I figured out why. Because Make Your Mark is no longer going to continue. And, from now on, you know, whether you upload from the 5th generation 6th chapter, it'll be in the public domain. Which, for some reason, is pretty awkward. So, I guess that is pretty weird. But, other than that, you know, I still can't believe that they're ending the series. They literally were going to continue the series after Chapter 6. If you haven't seen the last episode, which was a special, Secrets of Starlight, they were going to unveil the brother of Allura, which I don't think they have in Tell Your Tale yet. But, yeah, Allura was expected to have a brother who would cast revenge along with Allura. So, I don't know if we're going to get that story anymore. So, that's kind of disappointing. Because I was really looking forward to what would happen once Allura finally makes it to Equestria. So, other than that, you know, the fact that they ended on such a good chapter and they're not going to continue the series anymore, It's just disappointing. I've been following the series since, like, the movie came out in 2021. The whole series had potential. This generation was also around the time Triple H was about to step in and Vince McMahon was just about to step down and begin the Renaissance era for WWE. So I'm living in a good generation for both ponies and wrestlers. It's kind of my stock ship flag around here. But we have our ups and downs. And if they want to end G5 like this, then so be it. So I'm not going to say anything else. It's just, I just can't believe they end a generation like this. I mean, I literally thought we would stick around more with this whole make your mark and tell your tale shebang. But if this is what we really come to, then so be it. And I know exactly who to blame. Jack Pacific. Wild Mains. It was you! You did this! I swear, it's all competition's fault. But I'm not going to blame it all on Jack Pacific. I'm also going to blame the haters of G5. They took it way too far. You know how, remember when Rock and Roman was supposed to be at WrestleMania? And people were spamming hatred on Ava's Twitter? This is exactly what's happening again with the My Little Pony community. This time, they're attacking Baya Watson, a.k.a. Misty Bright Dawn's voice actor. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. You don't deserve to threaten actors like that. This is literally the whole WrestleMania controversy all over again. It's stupid. But if you guys want to see more G4 crap, then more G4 crap is what you're going to get in G6. As we're getting a terrible looking ass crossover. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. We were telling a story here and you had to ruin it with all your crap about we want G4 back and all that jazz. Can't you just appreciate what G5 was trying to tell you? I mean, we were getting to a very good story. But if you want it in cheesy 2D animation, 5-minute shorts, then fine. Tell Your Tale is where we're going to end at this point. Hell, Tell Your Tale was trying so good to even introduce the Sea Ponies in a special episode. Which is a shame we'll never see them in 3D form. Like, we were getting some potential. But you guys had to double down and make things worse. I can't believe this generation is ending. It felt so short. Shorter than the reign of Generation 3, which, by the way, is also a good generation, until Hasbro decided to ruin it. Take a hint, Twinkle Wish Adventure. I can't believe I grew up with that special. Looking back at that movie makes me cringe. The fact that they turned every single G3 character into toddlers, and they changed Rainbow Dash's voice from darling to dashing. Sure, it's aimed at for children, but I kind of enjoyed the old generation with Sky Wish's Starcatcher and all those other TV movies. But if you guys want to ruin another generation, well, congratulations, you did it. I can't believe you've gone this far, but you seriously, this is just bullshit. This is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just baffled right now. I'm baffled at the fact that we're not going to get the proper ending we deserve. I was expecting Make Your Mark to have a final chapter in 3D form, presumably having the revenge of Opaline Arcana and Sunny Star Scout finally figuring out what her true destiny is supposed to be. But no, we're going to get that on YouTube in a 5-minute or 22-minute special in Tell Your Tale form, and not the Make Your Mark form we wanted to see. Which is just, it's sad because, sure, you may think, but it's a show for little girls. If you take one good look at it, it actually tells a pretty good story. It actually does. So, hell, even grown men, even, not grown men, but teenage boys are even reviewing. And even giving praise to the whole show. For example, take a look at Hawk Nightwing. He's praising the show of how good the story is. Sure, there may be some ups and downs in the show, but it was still enjoyable for everyone. But now that the fact it's ending in mid-October like this, and even before the events of WrestleMania 41 and John Cena's retirement, I'm starting to think my childhood is dying right before my very eyes. Well, most importantly, my teenhood. I mean, if this keeps up, I'm just gonna have to move on from both communities. It's just, well, I thought G5 was gonna get more potential from this, you know? I mean, the actors and the animators, they did an excellent job telling a story, but if they want to rush an ending like this, then so be it. I just don't know what to say here. This video probably won't get as much views, but I want to thank you again for the 45 plus views from the previous video about discussing a similar situation as this. But now that I know that G5 is indefinitely coming to an end like this, I'm just going to say this now. To the animators, the voice actors, and the music writers of the whole MLP G5 TV series, both TV series franchise, especially Make Your Mark. Thank you for putting a smile on our faces. I know this is really an abrupt end for all of us, but if you want to end this way, then we'll end this way. I just want to say again, you've made a terrible mistake rushing your ending like this. We could have at least gone on further. WWE's Monday Night Raw hasn't even made it to Netflix yet, and you're deciding to put an end to Make Your Mark and tell your tale. We don't even know if G5's gonna, have a proper ending at this point. So, I'm just gonna say again. I really enjoyed the show. I know there's some haters out there, but I'm one of the fans, G5 was telling a story. There are some people out there who just wanted to ruin it or change it around here. Sometimes change can be good. Sometimes change can be bad. Some people might have a different perspective on this video. So, I just want to say in advance again, thank you, MLP G5, for doing your best on trying to finish the story the way Twilight Sparkle would have wanted to, as you people say. And I hope whatever fate Sunny Star Scout and her friends get at the very end of the Tell Your Tale series is worth being respectful to. So, but if people want more G4 content, then that's what we'll get. You're going to get an out-of-timeline G6. I don't know what people are going to think about it. I don't know what I'm going to think about it, but we can at least say that we tried. We really did. And it's been fun the past 3 years. I mean, there was a lot of things that happened. But if you want to end MLP G5 like this, then so be it. Like I said again. I just wanted to make this out here right now. I apologize if this is only audio. I don't think I really have the courage to edit this and add pictures at the moment. But maybe I will if I have the chance. But if not, that's okay. So, yeah. And for those of you wrestling fans, I will be attending the Monday Night Raw after Bad Blood in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. Probably about next week. So, next Monday. So, yeah. You're going to see me after the pay-per-view. So, make sure to look out for this. It's, a symbol to find my channel where there's awesome content all around. Like where the famous Family Guy movie is. And thank you for getting a lot of views on that, It's the highest grossing fan movie I've ever made. So I want to say thanks again. This is literally the worst movie I've ever done, but you guys love it so much. It's so bad it's good. So yeah. If you guys like the Family Guy movie, that was great. I also have wrestling content, including a figure show that's coming to an end. That wrestling show. I am working on the final batch of episodes with that if you guys are looking forward to that. I've also been working on MLP G5 content as well. I also did some of Make Your Mark Chapter 6 and War Games in a Nutshell in a video. I might put that link in the description or something. but kind of out of context, but that's how I am. I'm crazy and out of context like that. It's kind of what living on the spectrum really is. I mean, it's fun, but you're gonna have to get used to real life at some point. But I just want to say again, unfortunately, yeah, this is the end of the MLPG5 series, and the fact that we're getting it out of Timeline G6 to compete with Wild Mains, just unacceptable. If this is what you wanted, Jack Specific, then congratulations, you ruined MLPG5 for all of us with your stupid skibbity My Little Pony Gen Alpha shit. So, seriously, this is Gen Alpha bullcrap right here, Wild Mains. Sure, it may look innocent, but it's crappy as fuck. I mean, the first episode was fine, but moving forward, you just know something's off when you watch the episodes. So, I advise you not to watch Wild Mains. It's not worth it. It's just a ripoff. That put us out of business, actually, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of about it. If I didn't put any links in descriptions, then remind me later on in the comments if you want me to. Because I have other things to do right now, like finish those batch of episodes of the show I mentioned on my channel. So, yeah, I just thought I'd put this out there, but yeah. Unfortunately, this concludes the end of MLP G5. So, G5 is over. Now what? Literally nothing, I guess. There's no way in hell I'm watching G6. So that means I'm probably going to leave the fandom and just, stick to wrestling from now on because I'm growing up. And the fact I'll be going to college next year, so thank you, My Little Pony, for trying your best to finish the story. However, the fans had it the other way. It's literally the WrestleMania behind the curtain incident, but in reverse, if you think about it. It actually really is. Think about that for a second. But then again, yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna end this here. Yeah, so this is indeed the indefinite end of G5 after Tell Your Tale ends, so moving forward, the rest of My Little Pony is gonna be crap, so enjoy the rest of it while you can. Because when 2025 hits, it's gonna be a lot different, so until then, this is Furby Fan, aka Phoenix Studios, signing out. And rest in peace to a hell of a generation. It was so good. Why did it have to end so bad? Goodbye, MLPG5. We will miss you.